In an attempt to slow down and just find some quiet space today, I noticed that getting quiet took effort, ironically. Why would it be work to be at peace? And why would it take effort to find a quiet space to slow down? Why does our body need that? I'll tell you. Because we have become addicted to chaos. Our bodies have learned to be addicted to chaos, and our minds do not know how to rest anymore, which is human nature. It is human nature to work hard and then rest well, because in rest you recover for the next day of work. It is not human nature, not naturally anyway, to just work and be in speed mode all the time, like the sound of the vehicle in the background. If you listen to the distinction between the sounds of nature, the birds, trickling water, even when the leaves rustle from the wind, notice the difference from the plane flying overhead of you and the cars going by compared to the sounds of nature and what you feel in your body when you actually stop for that moment to listen. Take a deep breath in those moments and connect with what you're feeling. When that happens in your body and you notice how you feel in your body, it makes you aware of how sped up you are. It's kind of like a sound check where you're seeing if everything is aligned where it's supposed to be. But when you do that with your body and you realize that when you get to nature, all of a sudden everything stops if you're present. Nothing else matters. You're able to sit there and literally drink in what you're experiencing. Versus in the chaos, you're barely keeping up with all the things happening around you. And your body knows the difference. It's not even an audio thing. It is a vibration that your body can feel. And it is a vibration that your body, it's on a vibrational level that your body is processing it. On a biological and scientific level. It is vibration that your body is processing. Every sound wave is an actual vibration. That is why the insides of your ears are internal reflectors of sound. The way that the eardrum is constructed is to reflect sound inward, to vibrate it in towards the other part of your ear, to process that sound and that vibration. It's fascinating when you think about how the human body translates a vibration of sound into a meaning, into a moment, into an emotion, into an experience, whether it's words or music or nature or engines of cars and airplanes. Your body processes that information and responds or reacts to it based on your internal nervous system setup. It's different for every person. For some people, loud noise excites them, and for other people, it disturbs them. Really, it's different for every person. But the shape of your ear responds to vibration. And your nervous system responds to vibration. Some sounds you can feel the rumble in the ground, and your body feels that rumble consciously. But all sound is vibration. Process that for one moment. Sit with that for one moment. Everything you're taking in through your ears and in through your nervous system is happening on a level that you consciously don't even process most of the time. So my question is, can you slow down and be present in the moment? Can you sit next to a tree, or it's easier to sit next to water because that water is actually physically moving in front of you? Can you sit in silence and be there with yourself for even 1 to 5 minutes without being disturbed or distracted or unable to find a peaceful moment in that little time frame where everything stands still for a moment? I challenge you to give it a try, just for the information. If for no other reason that you test out my theory, to see if you are able to sit quietly in the woods or outside where there's no noise all around you. Sometimes you can't get away from the sounds of man, engines and airplanes and vehicles and all of that. But if you can find a place at a park, in the woods, whatever, early in the morning when it's quiet, and sit in that silence where only the sounds of nature surround you, or mostly the sounds of nature surround you. And it is quiet enough for you to hear the birds and the little rustling in the ground when the squirrels jump around and the birds are pulling up bugs and things like that. Just those sounds of the leaves crunching is all very natural. These other sounds are not natural. And while we live in a world that has been developed by human nature, the other side of human nature, it is really, really important that we slow down and connect with our core identity, which is nature in its essence. The trees, the leaves, the birds, the animals, the other living creatures that have breath and life and evolution within themselves. They're living organisms. They aren't created by man. Something synchronizes within us when we slow down for that. And it might take a minute to get comfortable with it. Not gonna lie. Sometimes the woods can be scary, so you gotta pick a spot that feels peaceful. Even a park where there isn't a lot of chaos going on. But I dare you to slow down and try it. It's called being present in this moment. And when you are present in the moment, a couple things happen that I know of. Everything else stands still. Nothing matters except that moment. You are able to see and hear and feel in a deeper way, and a stronger sensory engagement with your world around you. And there are no worries in that moment. There are no fears. All you feel is that moment. And your body in that moment takes a deep breath all by itself. And you will get up refreshed. And you might have to keep reminding yourself to come back to that moment. But if you allow yourself to be there and you find out what it does for you, to breathe deeply and be in a moment, and to sit there until you feel that lack of time, like time is lost. It's not easy if you're not used to it. And I am still learning how to make myself sit and let go. But I know exactly what it is once it's happened, because my whole nervous system calms down, stops striving. The goals don't matter in that moment. The only thing that matters is that moment. So I dare you to try it.